Happy Halloween, everyone. Now, uh, I'm just gonna let you know, I am not in full costume. And right out the gate with a request. Alright, I need to finish up sending these links to their proper places, but it's okay. Uh, some of my technology does not want to cooperate. But anyway, I'm not in full costume because this room gets very hot, and if I'm drawing, I can't be wearing a mask because I can hardly see out of the two that I have. So, we got the Silence of the Lambs t-shirt. I was hoping for the Vampire Bluey shirt, but we couldn't find one in my size. So I just went with this. There's stream popping up on Twitch. Anyway, also, happy Halloween, everyone. I know for most of my viewers, it's past Halloween now, but and we're just gonna roll with it. All right. Get rid of that blank one. All right, but we will be starting off with Spiel as a vampire or Dracula. So first off, I'm gonna pull up pictures of both Field and Dracula. You want me to put them TPs? Absolutely. In fact, I didn't even read the full comment. Oh, well, the full thing. He got them little vampire TPs already. Little vampire batwings would suit him, and a Dracula top hat and evil looking cane is part of his aesthetic. You know what? I am absolutely down to try that. Okay, and then we need Dracula. Ah. Does Dracula even have a top hat and a cane? Oh, okay, there we go. Oh, yep, here's a picture. Let's go with this. Alright. Some vampire costumes have them dressed as okay. Actually, I don't see many people dressing up as vampires anymore. I said share link. Oh, operating. Page. This. wheel over here. Let's make him a little bit bigger so we can see him in all of his glory. Then Count Dracula. Down a little bit. In fact, what I want to see. Okay, yeah. Oh god. Ah. That's off the projector part. So anyway, now that I have those prepared, images in so I don't have to move them or anything. That was cooperating. Kind of. First thing that pops up on YouTube for some reason. Heck yeah. I should pull up a picture of Spiel on my phone so I have a better look. Why is it orange? Oh, am I just realized? How do I... Okay, that's how I get rid of those menus. That to connect that. There we go. Here we go. Why isn't it cooperating? Oh god, how? Okay, yeah, that's how I pull those. Okay. Okay. I can close that menu back up. So I feel like if I go a bit more this way, then kind of loop it, swoop it, and we swoop it again. They give it that big old smile. There we go with that one. And another one. Come on. Extra long fangs? Okay. There we go. Okay. Listen here, you bank pen with the stylus thing. You will work. There we go. Are those big enough? Oh, I have such a cute idea. So we kind of we hi. Yeah, come on. Oh, I mean, to be fair, I rarely get people viewing on YouTube. This is my brother, ADHG. Who are you supposed to be again?
Well, I don't have my full costume.
Ah, someone from One Piece. Yep, read the chat. Just be careful as long as you don't like knock that over.
Oh, but I used to wear my webcam set.
Yeah, there's my webcam. You got anything important to say that's family friendly?
Go get some.
You might want to speak up a little bit more.
Happy Halloween. I'm gonna go get some candy. But have a good night.
All right,
You have fun time.
I will.
I gotta
Thank
do
you.
that.
You are not the bane of my existence. Honestly, we have some of the greatest conversations.
Eating me Pokemon. It's fair. It's fair.
I mean, to be fair, there's like cherries, pigs, apple dragons.
Fair.
Yeah, bananas from Tropius. And the dog's bun. Yeah, it's just a pastry dog. Yeah, like I
Cherries.
said, cherries. And then he gets hit with fire type moves, it becomes toasty. Yeah, it does.
Next to battle.
Peace out. Okay, let's see if I can get my. Alright. Maybe I can try. Okay. I got it to work, just. Dang it. One. There we go. If God, I can do this. Okay, so I'm gonna make some teamy things while I watch. I'm gonna switch to mobile and bring it with me. Alright. Alright, so my idea, we take this paint can, we grab the color red, then we color those. We we color it red. Oh yeah. It only allows me to do one part at a time. I forgot about that. And then we can just say that it's Kool-Aid or some other kind of juice. Oh, berries, yes. Can't I forget about that other flipper? Oh, no, I didn't mean to draw with my finger. What, what happened there? There we go. We got those little nostrils. We got. There we go. And then grab the paint bucket again. Then we switch it back to this. Okay, it needs to be more rounded. There we go. There we go. A bit further. Because this and goes like that. Yeah, this feels really cute. So, question is, I mean, I feel like this shade is close enough, right? Or would it be more like, or would it be more like this? Well, oh, let's try this. And this is 7986 CB. Yeah, I think that's more of a fit. And then we approve of that. We find. Ooh, yes. I forgot to get that other ear. Wait, oh crap. Okay, let's keep editing it. Okay, so we go back to this. Then we go. Okay, yes, this is the one. There we go. Alright. Honestly, I like how this is turning out so far. And then I am very fond of him saying, oh, no. Thankfully it didn't register what I was trying to do. I like how he turned out. I mean, there's one little thing I might have to adjust. There we go. Oh, but I'm gonna do a little bit more. There we go. What do you think? Is that complete, or is there something else that we could add? Oh yeah, bat wings. Good call. Nope, I don't want to copy the image. I want to save it. Tiny bat wings. Alright, I will move that image since we have the Dracula inspiration added already. Downloaded the image. I know show. Oh, you download as something else. Not looking for. Okay, yeah, let's. There we go. There's that image. Alright, since he is such a spherical boy, I'm going to add one wing And then we'll have to kind of imagine that there's another one on the other side. Okay, why can't I seem to find... Okay, there's the image. Ooh. No, I don't want the eraser, I want that. Okay. I felt like touching up the eyes a little bit. Draw. Okay. Okay. Feel like... There we go. No. There we go. And there we go. I like how this turned out. I think this has turned out perfect. Me too. And then we can save that. Then export as image. And there we go. Alright, who do we have next? Oh. Let's go. Here's where. We need to think of something that makes sense. And so we can tell what Pokemon it's supposed to be. Like with Spheal, it was very easy to do both. Um, some popular costumes. Okay, let me that are super recognizable. Let's see. Popular costumes 2025. Alright, so this list that I found mentions K-pop Demon Hunters, uh, characters from Wicked, Wednesday. Uh, why is Glam and Showgirl a popular costume? There's also Megan, classic horror movies, The Boys, SpongeBob and Barbie, Cyberpunk, Beetlejuice. I don't know which one. Like, if it's the Showgirl one, it says think Taylor Swift, the wife of a showgirl. I don't know. That's not something I think of when I think of Halloween costumes. I have the perfect idea. Munchlax as the Lorax. This guy right here. Okay. Well. Don't break Google. But yeah, this might be my dumbest idea ever. Uh, let's see if we can get an image that will actually save as an image. Here we go. Back to Munchlax. Uh, okay, so which image of Munchlax should I use as inspiration? Because I kind of want to have it facing like this. Because if it's off to the side too much, it'll kind of throw things off for me. You know what? Yeah, let's go with this one. Because I won't be going based off of normal Munchlax colors. Yeah, I agree. We want him kind of clearly looking at the front. Maximum mustache coverage. Exactly. Munchlax. Everyone say hi to Shiny Munchlax. Then the Lorax. No. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Munchlax on my phone. There we go. Oh, we'll need. No, I'm starting off a bit too high. That's not round. I feel like that's round enough. Then we can go for there we go. About the same place. There's a phone. Oh, other. Oh, and then another one. Oh, like that. Oh, heck. It's kind of the same ordeal over here. Um, I'm so excited for the mustache. Me too. Oh, we're gonna just this. I need the ears and Alright, so now I think it is time for the mustache. Okay. Mustache is going to take up a majority of its face. I just want a picture of the Lorax's mustache. I don't want to buy a picture of the Lorax. Stop taking me away from that glorious mustache. Alright. So, okay. Is there some sort of thing here that will kind of... Hmm. uh, I go off from his face more. I think the mustache needs to be a bit bigger along. I go off from his face more. Bro needs to be at least 1/4 mustache. Not to be mustache or anything. Alright. So, oh god. That was a jump scare and a half. That's... Oh. That's... Alright, how does that mustache look? Alright. Now, I need to figure out how to make it have that hair texture. Wait, hold on. Okay, close enough. Is this what the Lorax would have wanted? True. I mean, he would have wanted the ones where it's not cut down the trees. I feel like first off. Alright, for Munchlax's mouth, or like bottom jaw. Yeah, we're gonna go with that. Okay, don't know that. Wait, yeah, it's more. Well, no, his mustache is more yellow. And what's more yellow than that? Alright. Alright. I am the Munchlax, and I speak for the berry trees. Honestly, I don't know what tool on here would help me get what I'm trying to go for. Yes, new shiny form unlocked. I know this is more of a regional variant. this. Take, I take this color. Okay, well that's not doing anything. I'd say go for a lighter yellow. Do the wispy effect for the mustache. Okay. Yeah, let's. Oh yeah. Yeah. Boom. And I kind of like how it's going over because it's so out of control. Like the mustache, the eyebrows. Maybe I should. Right, it looks like it really does. I'm proud of this one. It was a stupid idea, but I love it. I got my nails are now awesome. It off one. It's okay. Okay, I have to kind of step downstairs for just a moment. My older brother is also here, and I hope they understand that I've been planning this stream for a month, and my streaming schedule rarely changes. And besides, I couldn't really push off the stream to any other day. But I shall be right back. I'm back. Oh, I'm being IRL rated. He is the Munchlax, and he speaks for the berry tree. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
It's still the same one person. But you can tell like, that you had to use the paintbrush thing in order to add the hair texture to the mustache. And Mom 3D printed that. I mean, it was originally supposed to be this color, but we ran out. Did you take? Give me back my oatmeal cream pies.
I didn't take any.
I see it right back there. He's trying to take my pumpkin spice oatmeal cream pies.
Didn't see anything.
Yeah,
I was hoping that someone in the chat wasn't gonna say anything.
like Rancher.
Where to go into it?
Which ones? I have 4 flavors left.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Pick 'em.
Yeah, the garbage can is all the way over here. A Jolly Rancher, they're basically just hard flavored candies.
You don't have those?
Yeah, they don't have them in Australia or Germany.
A Jolly Rancher is a hard candy that is just like that's cotton candy.
This one's watermelon flavor, which is very
shit.
underrated. Alright. Can we please be careful with the language?
I'm sorry. To be fair, I heard of them just stop Michael Myers standing there.
Alright. Leave the room so we can get Michael Myers on camera.
Michael Myers.
I just please watch it with the language. Yep, and we have Michael Myers on stream. Happy birthday.
What's gonna happen?
Does he want a Jolly Rancher? Okay. Have fun trick-or-treating. I'll be inside, nice and warm. Michael Myers doesn't want a Jolly Rancher. He doesn't seem too jolly. How does this app work? Okay, so first off, let's go to a blank picture. Wait, hold on. The drawing app or the streaming? Okay, so
Does it
I-
connect to your computer?
Yeah,
Or is it wireless?
it's wireless. So you just need Easy Stream on both your computer and your device. And then you gotta broadcast stream from your one device onto your computer. As long as it's connected to the same website, not the same
Wi-Fi?
website, yeah, the same Wi-Fi, that's how it works. Yeah. Better not be stealing anything.
Come on. Or
Yeah. Alright.
I'll go save that. I'll go save the people.
Is there a Pokemon you want me to draw with a Halloween costume?
Yes.
As long as you can still tell what Pokemon it is.
You already know.
Let me get Totodile.
From you.
Okay, what do you want them to be dressed as? Or at least one of them.
I want to see Totodile as Zero.
Okay, is it Zero?
Zero. Yeah, oh,
Oh, Zoro. One Piece.
Totodile. Doesn't matter which one of
okay.
doesn't matter which favorite sword.
Are there any like other full pictures?
Good question. I mean, you said drama this.
I mean, I'm gonna try to at least. I forget that anime cosplay is also technically Halloween potential. Yeah, yeah. I mean, this is just basically like an anime crossover sort of thing.
That's fine. Oh,
Okay. Is there like a less blurry image? Big fan of anime though. What's your favorite anime? Like besides Pokemon? Yeah, unfortunately, I can't really do much with that wall,
yeah.
but I do have the important. I do have some important things over there. Uh, Currently, I am a big fan of Frieren. I think that's how it's pronounced. And Delicious in Dungeon, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is an oldie but a goodie. Death Note was one of my first animes. Death Note.
Good things.
Okay, and now my sister is chirping in on the stream. No, it's all good. Obsessed with Bleach. I started reading it when it first started coming out. Britson, do you want to pop in on stream for a little bit like last month? Alright. My drawing stream on my birthday? Oh yeah, you were too good to show up in person.
Baby feet.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, those are Jeffy's.
All right, where do I look? Because last time I think
Right
I failed.
there. Yeah, Hunter wants me to save the image. Give me back my oatmeal cream pies. Oh, since you got your ice cream cake for your birthday, I have been trying to find an ice cream cake for my birthday soon. And there's no ice cream cake in Germany. That's criminal.
I'd move. You want me to shut the door or leave it open?
Shut the door, please. Because when you guys let Ripley outside, I don't want him to barge into my room. I will not fling you into the sun. Okay, let's see how I can make this total dial work. I mean, do we really need total dial with swords? We no longer need a Lorax, and we no longer need Munchblacks. I feel like this is going to be one of the more difficult ones. But by the power of uh sending Shiny Alpha Weasel to the sun, we are going to figure this out. Alright. Totodile. I think you should find it easier with the shut mouth Totodile. True. Alright. Well, that's not the one I wanted to go. Oh well, I still have the image on my computer. Okay, bring back Goro. And we look for Totodile. Um, okay, I'm not sure if we can find one that has it perfectly closed. However, I feel uh, like there we go. Yeah, I was like maybe something kind of like this, or this. But side profile, I mean, the closest we could get to side profile, like this. Yeah, I feel like this image would work best. I just have to make sure I don't draw the bow tie. Alright. And we back to video. Image. Yep. Won't bother naming these images because I won't keep them on my screen for too long. Just to do the drawing and then there we go. You just need to find that again. But on my phone this time. There it is. Will my chair cooperate? Maybe I should pull up a picture of Zoro. Different. Alright, so it looks like he has short green hair. So that should be pretty easy to incorporate. Hmm. Yeah. Alright. We have. Let's start and go a bit lower. Hmm. So far, so good. It literally has totaled out form already. Okay, I'm gonna try to fix up and go this way first. Um, okay. Um, huh? Okay, if I think. I There we go. Draw, not maneuver. Was like that. All right. Let's temporarily move that stuff. All right, that is turning out much, oh, a bit better. This guy is gonna look like the best cosplayer in the Pokemon universe. So, honestly, I'm just hoping that it looks like Totodile and a mix of Zoro. Now let's make this thinner. And then we can back it up to 8. Come on. There we go. There we go with that part. I'm honestly recovering this. Uh, oh no. Okay. Okay, this is more like it. I uh, we are going to size that down. Then we can I'd say that one or there. Oh no. Like the spikes would be like this shade with that being like that. Oh, I feel like there's a better voice for blue. Uh, there we go. Then we go. We all the way there. Now, I need to figure out how to add Zorro inspired. I mean, for sure, the what shade of green would I call that? Yeah, I feel like that's close. I have a fun one. First of all, I have to draw. Hair. Now, brush. Well, thank you. This is honestly a little difficult because I don't really know how to match them. Okay, so I'll probably just do the hair and one of the swords. So let's. Oh, not that. Bucket. There we go. Wait, no, I don't want that. I want the. And just. A nice sword. Well, thank you. It's honestly, this is the best I think I can do. Now I'm going to send a picture to my brother and just let him know this is the best I can do. Alright. Let's move on to something easy. Alright, fire away. Oh, of course we all know Lulu. Yep. Round lad right on the screen. What if there was more round in of Bob Ross's hair? You are giving me such a great idea. I love this idea. Yes, we could have like the palette from like one of the little curls, a paintbrush on the other, and then we could just do like a little easel on the side. I mean, I might be a little too ambitious with that. I'll just see how it goes with the original drawing, and then I'll see if I do see the vision. I just need to make sure that I am not over promising on anything. Right, but if anything, I need to add the beard as well. a large round afro. That is easy. Exactly. And paintbrushes are easy. Right. Easels can also be easy. Damn it. Not easels, the palette. That's what I mean. Easels, kind of. Like I said, let's take this one step at a time so I don't end up over-promising on something I can't deliver. Besides, sometimes I don't want delivery, I want DiGiorno. Not a sponsor. Alright. So, 8.5. Uh, you know, I what if okay, I put in the wrong dimensions. I should have left the dimensions alone because this is like long and a bit shorter that way. Alright. Excuse me. Oh no, I don't need gray. I don't need all these notifications. So that's that as like our starting point. Then two. I mean, two, three, four. Then And we I oh goodness, no, no, no. That it's that. Dark brown. I said check. There we go. I need I need that. Then we can do that to kind of indicate the transition between white to gray. Okay. Something on my screen, but I'm not going to worry about it at the moment. There we go. It's more this. Uh, Okay, so then we need like I feel like that's a good yellow for that section. You know, let's keep it at 3. But change the color. This. Okay, Wooloo is a bit longer than it's supposed to be. That. Here we go. Hulu has the little in well, not really indents, but I would say little indicators. That's it's to show off a transition between like light brown and dark brown. Yeah, little hooves. Looking yeah, looking very Wooloo so far. Well, I sure hope so. Yeah, like that. Alright, now that the Wooloo is done-ish, well, I mean, the Wooloo aspect of it is done. Now I just need to add the afro. Uh, try my best with a beard and then add the other important parts. Ooh. I kind of like how this one's turning off. Turning out. Maybe still let let me like that. I also love this woo so much. Okay, and then we can kind of do the same. Paintbrush. We'll kind of tone it down for facial hair. Maybe add a slightly darker brown and go over. That is a great idea. Oh no. I think it was like that. Okay. Okay. Okay, yeah, I think maybe let's back. All right, and now the wispy areas look good. I I love that you decided that that was a great way to figure that out. Was that proper English? I don't know. I'm a little tired. English is for the British. Yeah. I don't remember what this one had, but oh God, no. Phil. I said Phil. Okay. Oh no, it's already on that. Okay. I'm just a dingus. Let's go with that for like a proper English is none of my business. And then we can draw. that. And we'll grab the brush tool. Then we grab the pencil. Alright. I'm going to attempt an easel with a painting. Or maybe just like a blank canvas. It's so recognizable, such a round sheep Bob Ross little guy. Exactly. And then we can Alright. Lulu is getting started on a painting. Uh, Maybe like a field with flowers? I do want to attempt. And then we'll go like this. Alright, does that look better or worse? Alright, cool. And I think this drawing is complete. Wait, hold on. Never mind, I didn't even color in the easel yet. Hold on. I don't know why I'm coloring when I could just be doing that. Alright, now we're good. I think it makes it look fluffier. Yeah, that was my intention. Okay, hold on. I don't think I saved any of these other ones. Where as image. Alright. I think we have time for maybe one more. Hmm. Ah. That's what they mean. Okay. So the rest of my family decided to do some trick-or-treating in one of the other nearby cities. And I am having more fun. Now, who else? Wait, we forgot to add a bag. We forgot to add bags of candy. Heck. Or okay, hear me out. When I'm done with drawing all five, well, this last Pokemon, I will turn them into PNGs, and I'll put them in like a Halloween party kind of background, and then there could be like a bowl of candy that they can split and other stuff. That way, they can kind of have like a Halloween costume party. I wouldn't say Galaxy Brain. But anyway, what should the last Pokemon be? Excuse me. Let me do some brainstorming here. No, I want Charmander in a costume, not a Charmander costume. Okay, even though this is adorable, what if I take this idea of a dog wearing a Charmander costume and I flip it on its head and do Charmander in a dog costume? All right, perfect. Okay. I should already have a picture of Charmander, but let's see. Oh no. Your Australian Shepherd. I need the right color scheme. Okay, well, and kind of like they have such human faces. I think it's adorable. I mean, I wouldn't go based on this picture exactly because I got Ripley right here. I know Ripley's adorable. Let's just save this image as like inspiration. Gosh, these dogs have so much energy. Oh, they really do. Also, this is slightly off topic, but it hold on. I need to look for the ranking. They make fantastic family dogs. Yep. I don't think I have ever heard of one of those dogs ever getting tired. Yep. They are a working dog. They make fantastic family dogs because they love doing tasks and you can keep them so occupied in the house, various things to keep them entertained. But if they don't get given a job, they will give themselves a job. Exactly. Also, they are the fourth smartest dog breed. I think mine's broken. Because the other day, I I was taking him outside, and yeah, so he was just standing around sniffing a plant. Like he was standing there for like I don't know a couple minutes, and he kept raising his paw because he was cold. But when I tried to bring him inside, he just set his paw down just to keep sniffing that same plant. And also, I heard an ambulance. An ambulance. Okay. Oh, who else makes the list? Poodle. Really? A poodle? like smarter than the Australian Shepherd. Oh, what was number 5? Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Golden Retriever absolutely deserves to be on the list. German Shepherd, yeah, makes sense. And Border Collie, yeah, I can absolutely see 4 out of the 5 of these. But then again, I've never seen a poodle in real life. So I honestly wouldn't know. You move these images. Border Collies are wild. I love them, and they're very popular in Australia for sheep on farms. Yeah, I completely get that. They are Border Collies also go bonkers without a job. Excuse me. Yeah, I believe that. They adore instructions. Yeah, I believe that. Here's pictures of Charmander on here somewhere. We had a Kelpie. I was He had so much energy, but we lived on a farm, so she got so much exercise. Yeah, well, for some reason, I can't find any pictures of Charmander on my computer for some reason. First, I want to see what the Kelpie looks like. Oh my goodness, this is so gorgeous. This is such a beautiful dog. They've run over the backs of sheep. So funny. Neat. Charmander. He'll be backing sheep. Oh, yep, it's on here. You're not kidding. I mean, I knew you wouldn't be kidding. It's very cool to watch them run like that. The sheep just accept it. I mean, they probably don't feel the claws because of all that wool. Oh my god, this is so incredible. The dogs are also not very heavy. Yeah, they don't even look that. They don't look too big. But it is fantastic to watch them from one place to another via sheep highway. Oh my goodness, it's incredible. I am so glad I learned about this. Thank you so much. They have a working in so they are really really good with the variety of livestock. Yeah, I believe that. and they're popular in Australia. I can absolutely see why. I'll be danged. In the U.S., the Kelpie is not recognized as a breed by the American Kennel Club. What the heck? Maybe that's why I've never heard of the Kelpie before. And now they're trying to make it so that it is specifically Australian sheepdog. I didn't realize it wasn't recognized elsewhere. Yeah, like here in America, they're trying to. I just grew up with them, so I assumed everywhere had them. Honestly, I see that with a lot of things, but apparently here in the U.S. they're trying to make it so Australian Shepherds are called American Shepherds, but Ripley has registered paperwork that legally says miniature Australian Shepherd. So if they try to claim Ripley is an American Shepherd, no, I refuse. Let's add pictures before I get too distracted with this conversation. The goat. All right. Oh boy. I'm gonna have to restart default. I just need to 813.40. There we go. There's my dingus moment. Hold on. Oh no, okay. I don't know why Ripley's going bonkers, but alright. We're going down to 3. And then I could also do the inside of this eye. And maybe it just looked good because of the I'm drawing at. Okay, there we go. And instead of going with the usual color scheme for Charmander, I feel like I should go with the color scheme of an Australian Shepherd. Or Border Collie, whichever one you feel like it should be called. And then, no, not brown. Alright, trust me, I think this is going to look pretty good. Now, we'll also need like a circle like right here. And then let's no, that is not what I was going for. But you know, that's not or yeah, I'm trusting the process. And we that. trying to see. Then we go back to 8. And I'm actually liking this so far. Well, let's fix that. So, oh god, no. Ripley always has one ear kind of up, while the other is going down like this. With the coloring, it's pretty clear what kind of dog it is. Right. Speaking of dog, Ripley's going bonkers. I'm gonna go see what he's going on about. Alright, he was going off about something that I couldn't see clearly. I did. I forget about this. Oh god. Wait, no. I forgot to go back to here. Whoa, what happened? Uh, the calendar was not invited to this. Okay, but anyway. Dogs can sense so many things we can't see. Our farm dog. Yeah, our farm dog. Well, our dog's on the farm, but sometimes sense kangaroos outside somehow. You know what? That actually makes a lot of sense. Touch this up. There we go. There we go. Alright, and now. Okay, so what if I close that? Okay, yeah, I can fill it. And we that. We can on the yellow here and on the there. Then we need a bit of the red. Okay, why is it taking up the whole thing? Fine, I'll just have to do this. I like it. However, there is something I should do. Give him a nice little furry collar. Just to kind of match the, like, the under the chin part that Ripley has. And it kind of... It... Oh, thank you. Well, it was a bit more. No, I don't want anything else open. Yeah, kind of like a main. Alright, I think he's good. What do you think? Any more touch-ups I should do? Yeah, I love him. Alright, but for any of you that are currently in either of the chats and you're just working, if you guys want to see like the full edit, I like how fluffy the main looks. Me too. But if you guys want the full edit of how this Halloween party is going to look, the only place you can find it will be on my Discord server. So if you want to see that picture, go join the Discord. You'll see Wool Ross and Ripley Mander, uh, Zorodile, uh, the Munchlax, and Dracusfeel. all having fun with this party. But thank you all so much for joining the stream. I know I say this every time, but it doesn't matter if there's 1 person or 20 people here. I love interacting with all you guys, and this is the perfect way to do it. I do intend on doing more drawing streams. In fact, we voted on this topic in the Discord. So if you want to be a part of next month's voting, join the Discord as well. There's not just like polls and discussions there. There's so many groups that you could be a part of. But I'm glad that you had fun watching this. Alright, so YouTube videos are going up Saturday, Sundays, and Wednesdays at 5 p.m. Central. And I am back to streaming only 3 days a week, Tuesdays and Fridays at 7 p.m. Central, and Thursdays at either 1 p.m. or 3 p.m. It really depends on if I'm babysitting or not. And whenever the Mega Dimensions DLC comes out for Legend ZA, that is when I will be going back to my little bit of a hectic schedule. You have Tuesdays, Fridays, and Thursdays. Thursdays are earlier in the day because it's honestly the better time. Yeah, streaming schedules as well as uploading schedules, those help show consistency. Maybe I can try Wednesdays and Mondays. That way I don't miss your streams. And that way I can keep an eye on your streams as well. Also, in the Discord, there is a little self-promote section where you can share like your videos, your streams. Just feel free to use it. And I think that's everything covered. We can combine our one brain cell and the regular. Come up with amazing, horrible ideas. I mean, I think we did that. I think that's everything for you. But thank you all so much for joining the stream. Have a happy and safe Halloween. I hope you have a great rest of your night. Yeah, like imagine like these 5 as like little plushies. Have a good night as well. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining the stream. I hope you have a great rest of your night. Have a happy and safe Halloween. Make sure to check your candy. And I will catch you in the next